Welcome everybody to 2020. Wow, hopefully you guys had 2019 in the rearview mirror, and hopefully it was a good trading year for everybody. We're glad to be back and doing our first YouTube Live of the year, and we're going to bring you something really exciting and really cool, something that I personally have been a part of and waiting patiently. Okay, not so patiently, but waiting nonetheless for this next development in Alveo. It's something that I think you guys are really going to like. It's something that, in my opinion, is a game changer for scalpers and for those who align to the wobble technique. So, we're gonna kind of dive into it and kind of explain what it is, how to use it, answer any questions that we have that out there. But first of all, I'd like to welcome everybody. I see we have quite a few people on, so just want to say thanks for you guys for attending today, and thanks for being so loyal every single week. You're there, and so we appreciate it. We're trying to bring you guys the content that you know, that you love, and so if there's ever any suggestions, comments, let us know for sure, so that we can keep getting better and giving you guys better feedback, better everything. So as we're getting better, I'm able to see your guys' comments. So if you do have questions along the way, post them in, and we'll hit those as soon as possible. So I know you guys are waiting. We're gonna have a little bit of a drum roll, but you gotta hit that like button if you want to see what's next. What we're gonna pull back the curtain, if you will, to see what's new and improved with Alveo. So let me ask this question here real fast. Who out there actually does a wobble? Does practice the wobble technique on a daily basis? Anybody use the wobble in their own personal trading? Because this is going to be very, very beneficial for you guys if you do. Great, awesome, excellent. We got a few people out there that are doing it. If not, that's the way I trade. I love it. And so I would recommend it if you guys can have the time. It's really built and suited for people who have the time to sit down and want to manage their trades. So I got an hour to trade today. I'm going to sit down in front of my computer. I'm going to trade. Well, the wobble technique is going to be a good technique to use. If you don't have the time, you just going to set it and forget it, then probably not for your trading style. But that's okay. Anyways, on to Alveo. All right, we're gonna go ahead and I'm gonna show you guys my screen tutorial on this, but I'm gonna kind of approach it. Okay, so if I look at the 1 minute chart on this Euro JPY, obviously, well, I'm gonna ask you guys the question: what over the last 500 bars? What direction is it moving, guys? Come on, give me the simple answer on this USD JPY. What direction is it moving? Yeah, exactly. Up. Sideways. Sideways. Okay. Yes. If I pull in right here, it's definitely been moving sideways the last. But overall, the trend is definitely up, and so you can see that we have an upward trend. But right now, we're currently in a sideways consolidation movement. Okay. So this is kind of from start to finish, it's definitely in an upward trend, or basically from the beginning of that bar. If you zoom in, we'll go ahead and zoom in real fast. Now you can see we definitely are in this little sideways action right here. So, I probably wouldn't be trading this, but because I'm live and I just want to make sure that you guys see the new changes in Alveo, we're going to go ahead and jump into some trades. I'm going to just make some small trades and tiny trades here, so that you guys can see what the latest technique or tool that Alveo has to offer. So this is pretty cool. So if I were to trade, we're kind of at the top of this range right here. And so I'm going to go ahead and jump into a sell. on this chart, and that gives me and I have my a quick one-click trading set up, so you can kind of see here. I have it set for just 0.01 because it's a small, and we're going to go for a 2 pip take profit and a 20 pip stop loss. Okay, and that's kind of my default setting that I use when I trade every single day. Is kind of a 2 take profit, 20 stop loss. Now I don't usually use the stop losses as a stop loss, so I don't. So what I mean by that is that's kind of a safety net or the ejector seat that if, boom, we have something like we did yesterday with the missile crisis or whatever, the markets go crazy for a second, it's going to hit my stop loss if I'm on the wrong side of that and take me out. And so I use that as a safety net. However, what I'll do now, this is the coolest thing. That's so cool, guys. You're going to love it. We call it Magneto. Okay, so yes, just like the X-Men, Magneto, that's kind of what we call it inside and internal. It's like, let me ask you guys this for all you X-Men fans out there or Marvel fans. What does Magneto do? What is his power? Anybody know that? I'm going to wait for a second because I want to know if we have any fans out there kind of like me. Anybody know what Magneto's power is? Okay. I'm going to give you guys 3 seconds to answer. You should know this. Don't look it up on the internet. Basically, yeah, he's a master of magnetism. That is exactly right. He manipulates metal, or he can control, he sees metal and he can move metal, right? Or he can move the objects. And so we call it Magneto because that's exactly what we're doing. We're moving a bunch of parts all at once, bringing them together and moving them. And so we call it Magneto, and we're really excited about bringing this feature to you guys. So let me show you exactly how it works. So when you wobble, has anybody seen Sean wobble? If you have, how many trades does he usually have on or place at any one time? In fact, he just did a trade room today, or a tap room trading today with an individual, and it went great. Yeah, exactly, John. You're not wrong. 7 million trades on at one time. Now, you and I don't trade with 7 million trades or 200 or whatever that is that Sean does, but I tend to get into a lot of trades because the better the more trades that I have on, the more opportunity that I have for winning trades, right? And so if I'm in a wobble situation, I might get into like 4 trades here. And this market isn't moving for us. But let's say I scroll back and I'm like, okay, you know what? I'm going against the trend. So I'm going against the trend right now as I'm into some sells. The trend's definitely high. I really, let me just bump out to a 5-minute on this pair. Yeah, see, I'm really I don't really have any data to tell me how far it's going to climb or where my next support and resistance is. So I'm going to continue to keep going out and see if I can find that data point. All right, so here we go. So I see that there on a 30-minute chart, there might be a little bit of support and resistance right here. Well, that's might be where our next resistance is and our stop loss. And so let me show you guys this really quick. To enable Magneto, you have Magneto profit here, and you have Magneto stop loss, and it's just right above the price line is where your Magneto is. And so in order to enable that, you just go to the settings. You can hit F2 to get there, and we're going to enable, make sure that that's clicked, enable Magneto profit and stop loss. Okay, so the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to make sure that my stop losses are kind of set where I like them. So I'm going to go ahead and hit the Magneto stop loss. I'm going to only want to affect my sells because that's what I'm doing. I'm going to check all of them because I want to do all of them at once. I'll hit continue. Now it says, where on the chart do I want to put that? Where on the chart do I want to put that? And so I'm going to hit OK. It gives me the chart, and I'm saying I'm going to put my stop losses right here, right before it is asked to break that line, right? So now you can see the power inside of this one, thing for Yeah, I'm pretty sure we're vulnerable to a copyright breach. Yeah, Marvel and Disney is going to come knocking on our door. So we're going to have to change the name from Magneto to something else. Magnetism. But you're probably right. Disney will come knocking on our door for sure. All right, so let me jump back to the 1 minute chart and see how these trades are stacking up. All right, so now it jumped up to, it wants to continue to climb, and that's fine. So now I'm going to go ahead in a true wobbling fashion. I'll go ahead and get into a couple more sells because I'm going against the trend. And I'm doing this to kind of show you guys how this tool works. Okay. Now I'll probably put a few more on. And now I'm like, okay, these trades, they're not in danger of being losing trades yet. But let's say that I want to take these take profits and move them into a more of a position, I should say, that are higher probability targets to hit. So if this comes back down, I'm going to go ahead and move my profit line the exact same way. So I'm going to take all my sells, I'm going to check them all. And again, if you don't want to move all of them, you just want to move some of them, you would just select the ones that you want. I'd hit continue. Okay. Now there is one thing that if you cannot click on where there's already a take profit. So if you click on a take profit, it's not going to do anything. So you need to click on an area where there's not a take profit. So I can click on right there and it moves it right there. If I click on the take profit line, it's not going to move it there because it assumes it's already there. So that's one thing you guys need to know is that, yeah, exactly, Lee. You don't have to sit in, you don't have to take time to sit and move your take profits one by one. You can do them all together and combine them, and you can do them all together and do it all together at once. Now, I see some of you guys saying, do you have it available? We are not, we wanted to have this video first before we push it live to everybody. So you can see here that I'm actually in the beta right here, Alveo beta. And I'm showing you guys that inside of our beta. So we wanted to have this video kind of precede the push or the rollout so that people have questions, they can reference this video and to see exactly how to implement it onto their charts. And so look forward to us pushing this out to you guys in the next couple days and in a new update to Alveo. So that's really cool. It's really, really awesome. Something that I've been, as you guys wobble or you scalp and you have a lot of trades on, you don't have to sit there and manage your trades one by one, your take profits, your stop losses. You guys don't have to do that anymore, right? And so as I continue to trade this, I might continue to get into more buys, just looking for that pullback and waiting for that pullback to happen. But now I can take all of my take profits, check them all, continue, okay. I'm going to put them right here into a better position for me. So I'm winning if it comes back down and hits this on these trades up here. Let me draw fast. On these trades right here, I will take more profit. I'll gobble up all that profit, but on these trades right here, I will take a loss on. But it mitigates my loss and it mitigates my exposure to the market. So I'm getting a greater profit and smaller losses, right? Having more wins, greater wins, greater losses, and this is just a tool that helps us to accomplish that in a lot easier instead of having to manipulate it one by one. And you see I'm in 16 trades right now, just threw 16 trades on just in this as I'm showing you guys this. So yeah, any questions, comments about that? I mean, it is really straightforward, but it's a tool that I've been wanting for so long because it really will help maximize profits and it really will help you guys in your tradings, particularly those of us who love to scalp or love to wobble. Randall says this will help me greatly. I absolutely will. Thanks, Don. You say great work, looks good. Dark asks if we'll ever remove the trade frequency limit. Yes and no. So we're in the process of moving everything from a local Alveo, excuse me, everything Alveo, from having it be on your local machines to being on our servers, so that we can put it live, or not live, but we can put it on the web, and we can move all that into the web, so that it doesn't matter where you're at. You can trade with it, whatever. You just get online. So once that happens, we can move that. But what happens is, what happens is that we don't want to overload our servers. And so if we have everybody out there who trades like Sean and puts to trillion trades on, that could overload our servers. And so it's something that we want to do, but we'll have to watch and make sure that that it doesn't impact everybody's trading, because there's a ton of people trading, putting a ton of trades on all the time. And so that's something that we're managing on our side, if that makes sense. And we're really close to bringing you guys the next evolution of Alveo, which would be Alveo web client. It's just, I really think we're weeks away from giving that to you guys, and I'll be excited to unveil that to you guys as soon as it's done and it's ready, and kind of take you and walk you through that. So that's something that we're making a strong emphasis and pushing for the first quarter of this year. So, quick questions, comments that you guys have out there. Yeah, we're looking to push this. We're looking to push this out in the next day or two. So like I said, we just wanted this video to precede the push, so that you guys can get a feel for it and know it. Okay, so let's see. With the reversal strategy Forex trading, what is the expected goal for daily return? Does it just vary, or does Apiary set a mark? So Apiary Fund will never set a mark as far as what your expected return is. Well, all we want to really see is that you're having more wins than losses. But with a reversal strategy or a wobble technique, you should definitely have a lot more wins than losses, right? And so I can only tell you what I do. We don't make a set in stone. I typically go for a 1% return. Well, as soon as I hit that 1%, I'm done. I'm out of the markets for me, right? So that is. I can also tell you that if you try to trade all day, the more exposure you have to the markets, the more opportunity there is for for something to go wrong. So I kind of tend to just get in, get out for me. And that's what hopefully that answers your question, but it really is up to you. The only thing that we look at for the Apiary Fund is that if you have more wins than losses, and your average win is greater than your average loss, then you're good to go. You're a profitable trader, and we want to give you our money to trade. And so that's kind of, there's a lot more involved into that, but that's basically what it is that we look at. So, Kios, I would love to sit and explain the fib and the time frames and how to use it. I think what we'll do is we'll set that up for, we'll do a deep dive into the fib in another video. I want to keep this one really short, and so that people will see this new Magneto one. But I use the fib levels all the time. So there's a tool in Alveo. I'll just show it to you really quick. If you don't know where it's at, it is chart tools. Sorry, it's right here. The Fibonacci retracements. That's where it is. So I think we'll do that. I think I'll go over the fib levels and all that for those of you guys who want to jump in on that. Cindy, or I think it's America. I'm not sure on that one when we'll have audio alerts available in Alveo. I do know that we're working on our main focus right now is bringing it to the web. So once that is done, then we'll go back and start working on features, most requested features. Danny, thank you for your comment. You're proud to be a part of the Apiary Fund. I see that. Grant, Sean does he does a lot of the trading over on Trader on the Street, and so he does those those every single week, those taproom tradings. And so I do try to get him, I'm trying to get him to come in as a guest on these YouTube lives, but that's kind of be his role, is will be a guest for these YouTube videos. But if you want to see him trading, watch him trade, all that kind of stuff, he's kind of moved over to the Trader on the Street, not channel, but whatever, where he trades there. And so you can watch him trade there. Yeah, taproom. The taproom has, we do have lessons on the Fibonacci, and you can watch that in Alveo classes or whatever. But that's it. That's a great question. Okay, so any other questions? Yeah, Randall says, will the price remain the same with the web client? Yes. We're not expecting to do anything pricing wise or anything like that. We're just trying to bring you guys tools, resources, and everything that you need to be a successful trader. We're trying our hardest to bring you guys what we feel are things that you can utilize to make you a better trader, right? Because at the end of the day, you want to make money, we want you to make money, and we want to share in those profits. And so whatever we can do to assist you to become a better trader, that's our goal. And that's your goal. I mean, obviously we have a symbiotic relationship to make sure that works the best way possible. So I'm excited, guys. I'm really excited for the things that we've come, well, obviously for the journey that we've taken, for what we've done so far to date with Alveo, and what we're going to be doing this year. Guys, look for some really, really great things coming forward to Alveo, and I'll answer that question. Yeah, web client or light client, what we're talking about on the web, means that you will be able to trade on your phone. How long does it take to get funded once you join? That is like Dane says, it took him a year. We have people that have taken them, 2, 3, 4 months. Personally, it took me 90 days. There is a little bit of learning curve depending on where you're at. If you're starting with zero knowledge to if you're starting with if you're already a seasoned trader. So, but I will tell you this, that in order to get funded, all you got to do is go through Beeline to funding, hit gold level 3, and your funded account is automatically unlocked. So putting it back onto you guys, as long as it takes you to get to gold level 3 is as long as it takes you to get funded. So, yes, the minimum is around 3 months because you do have to show that you can trade. You do have to have more wins than losses over a certain amount of time. So, but like I said, if you're a seasoned trader, you can do that. If you're starting from scratch, expect there's going to be a learning curve, and it just depends on how much time and effort that you put into it, the results that you get out. So anyways, I don't know how to answer that when you say 3 months is hard, or how to make a comment, because to me, it wasn't that difficult for me to go through Beeline. I do understand that a lot of people have challenges that get them stuck, but whenever I've talked to those people, I'm usually able to get them unstuck. And so if you are stuck, I would really ask you guys to call support, talk to your pre-fund manager, and get unstuck, right? Because there might be something that you just need to look at it a certain way, or you're doing something wrong, and we can help you with that for sure. So, Well, thanks you guys for your comments. Again, I want to keep this short because we're going to be replaying this over and over, and pointing this, and support's going to be using this video to show that Magneto take profit. I'm excited about it, but thank you guys, and we'll go ahead and end it there, but I will do this. Let's go over the Fibonacci's and talk about the Fibonacci, and let's trade. I think maybe we'll set some time up where we can trade together this year too as well. So in fact, I'm excited. Some of you guys are actually coming to, we have a Wobble boot camp coming up in 2 weeks. I'll be there teaching the Wobble strategy and trading with you guys. So if you guys are coming to the Wobble boot camp here in the next couple of weeks, I'm excited to shake your hand. So anyways, thank you guys, and we'll see you guys next week.